Red Bull's Max Verstappen holds quite a few records in F1, and one more record was added to that list as the winner of the shortest ever Grand Prix in F1 history. However, this win almost eluded him, as has now been revealed by Red Bull team principal Chirstian Horner. I'm your host Tyler, and first up on Formula World, how Max Verstappen almost didn't win in Belgium. Horner began by being happy about reducing the deficit to Lewis Hamilton by 5 points. Obviously, we didn't race today, it was all based on what we did yesterday, but from a championship point of view, great to get those 5 points on Hamilton. He also suggested that the FIA tried everything to hold a normal race in Belgium. I think everyone did their best to try and put on a race, and credit to the FIA and Liberty Media to try and get it going. He then spoke about why Max wanted to race but the others didn't. Max felt the conditions with his ability were fine, but the problem was anyone behind him just couldn't see, so very tough. He signed off by revealing that they had thought about taking an engine penalty, which would have resulted in Max losing his position on the grid and consequently the win he inherited because of starting on pole. I'm glad we didn't take an engine penalty this weekend. You're always looking at your possibilities and you can overtake here, most years you can, but as a team we did a good job in qualifying. Fast feed. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko has stated that they will check out if Max is eligible for the fastest lap. They would have liked to have scored half an extra point. Haas driver Nikita Mazepin feels that if they had raced in Belgium, it would have been the same for everyone. He further thinks that if there's 1 year for him to drive and make mistakes, and sometimes spin, that's this year. Obviously F1 is an incredible sport where you cannot provide the training sessions you sometimes want, so the only training you can get is in the race, and unfortunately we didn't get any. McLaren's Lando Norris feels that he could have still had a good chance to score some points at least, if the Belgian Grand Prix had gone ahead like normal. Maybe not to fight for a top position. But of course, a shame for me, a shame for all the fans and everyone who came to watch the race, because they didn't get to see much, he added. We're racing drivers. We want to come out and race. It's not like we just wanted to take the day off, especially me. I wanted to try and make up for Saturday, he reiterated. F1's managing director Ross Brawn feels terrible for the fans, who turned out in their thousands and braved consistently wet conditions in the grandstands to support their heroes. They showed such dedication and will never forget this weekend. It wasn't so much the intensity of the rain that was the problem, more that it was consistent, which led to very poor visibility, he explained. At the end of the day, safety comes first, and it wasn't safe enough to continue the race. So the FIA did the best they could in what have been very challenging circumstances, of which we've not seen in decades. McLaren CEO Zak Brown agreed that the FIA did everything they did to put on the race. They obviously can't control the weather. They do need to put the driver's safety first. The conditions were not raceable. The regulations state after you do a few laps, it can be called a race. I think that needs to be reviewed, he added, to make sure that if we are given this kind of situation again, the outcome is everyone gets their racing, whether it's the following day, whether we come back. Red Bull's Sergio Perez has revealed that he already knew what he was going to do in 2022 when he started the summer break. It took a bit longer to actually sort it out. He signed on Friday when everyone was back, but they agreed a long time ago. It was already a few races ago when Helmut Marko and Chirstian Horner told me that they wanted to keep me and that I didn't have to look for another seat, Perez explained. During which race weekend should Red Bull take the grid penalty for a new power unit for Max Verstappen? Head over to our community page to vote in the poll and let us know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out our others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.